Hello. Today I want to talk about the mistake that I did during the internship as a software engineer. So hopefully some of the point that I talk about will relate to your future work situation. Um, During this remote internship, there's a lot of things is quite different compared to the original one. So the first thing I have encountered is some mistake that I do as a student. So you will have one mentor and one manager. So most of the time you're gonna have your mentor next to you to answer your question and talk about the project related question. He's the one that you should get in touch the most. The first mistake I did is think the mentor is some sort of resource they can get right away, and never think he's a teacher or something like that. Don't ask silly question. If you have some question that he has answer to, for example, what kind of version, what kind of setting for the IntelliJ, those questions you should ask them. Sometimes you shouldn't ask because he's busy. And second thing is, this kind of question, most of the teammate can answer you too. My advice is just go reach out to your teammate and ask them the question instead of asking your mentor. So don't treat your mentor as like a teacher or something like that. They will teach you. This is not the case. Second mistake I did is dive deep. Dive deep means you have to go deep, really deep to the question. How to do that is, first of all, you have to understand the question. To know how much you understand the question, so you can basically tell the question and the problem that you're solving to somebody else that don't know this problem. So by telling them the problem, you will know how deep you go, and you're supposed to answer the question that they might have. So this is the second mistake you should have, is not only dive deep to the question, also dive deep to the solution that you might have. Come up different solution and different approach. Sometime in software engineer, it's hard to come up with your own solution, and your mentor basically help you because they have the solution in mind, so they want to use it or directly give it to you. But this is not the case that to show how much you dive deep. In order to get the solution from them, you should come up some, like, do your due diligence to come up some sort of solution, even the wrong solution, to show you try to understand the problem. This is the second one. So the third one is never brand yourself as a student or learner. So you have to be really professional in this field. So if you think, oh, I'm really good learner, sometimes it's good, but in this field I find out it's not the case. If you're a good learner but you're not professional, so this is useless for a giant enterprise and any business. So you have to be professional. You can keep that in mind. You're a really good learner and you're a student, but think about if you're a mentor or you're a boss of an organization. Would you like to have a professional candidate, or you want to have a student that who you want to learn? So you should never brand yourself as a good learner or good student, something like that, because you're not there to learn. You're there to create value. Number 4 is hide yourself. What I mean hide yourself is, I find out during the remote internship, there's a lot of things. It's quite different. So sometimes when you tell jokes, when you communicate, it's not what I expect to come back from other people. So it's even harder to understand how they think of you. So if you show your weakness, show your daily routine, so people have different opinion on you. So I used to think being active in a school work, personal life is a good thing. But I found out the team is kind of cold and they just want to focus on work. They're just busy and stuff. They wouldn't like to have a person really socializing, really like to talk about sport, talk about different things, different hobby and stuff. So you should hide yourself and try to listen more and see what how the team dynamic is. So you have to work around with the team dynamic. And next mistake I did is, you don't need to get along with everybody. So by getting along with everybody means you don't need to talk so much to the teammate that you don't work with. Don't spend a lot of time to ask them questions. Don't spend a lot of time to know them or let them know you in the same time. Those are really waste of time. I found out you only work for 3 months as an internship, but during this time, they only care about the results only based on your project and the improvement that you deliver. It's nothing related to personal life, and it's also hard to relate to them personally because it's hard to even talk to them, eat with them, go out with them. It's just impossible. So don't spend a lot of time to get along with everyone. And next mistake that I did, not mistake I did, it's just something that you can improve on. It's working ethic. Work ethic is important. So you're gonna have a computer, and you also have a lot of accounts that relate to your company, And in the same time, those are not yours, and your actions are literally under their monitor. So sometimes you would like to go to YouTube, link it to your account, so you don't have to set up a lot of things because using your account is convenient. In the same time, yeah, checking YouTube for some solution, checking using your Google account to check out some answer, Stack Overflow and stuff. It's quick, and also keep some record for yourself too. But in the same time, you're under monitor, so they monitor everything you do, and they also know what you're doing during the work hours. So you don't want that for sure. During work hours, no one will push you and stuff. You have to stay professional. Staying professional means like you can't be lazy. If your project is done and you have free time and you have something you still need to be work on, so work on that. Don't be lazy and stuff during the work hours, but you can do it after work hours because somebody will know. Yeah, during the work hours, there's no control. They will never tell you should not work this hour, you should work that hour. It's all about you. And then if you take your lunch right now and then you turn on YouTube and search some other related, non-related subject, and they will have record. So don't do that. Because sometimes during this remote internship project, I basically work extend hour. Because some of them you meet roadblock, so you're waiting for your teammates' response and your mentor's response. So at that time, you will have nothing to do, and you will spend a lot of time waiting. And after the answer that you get back from them, and basically you start working by that time. So usually you extend the regular business hours, but by that time you will go to YouTube and search something unrelated. So I will suggest you don't do that. And next mistake I did is deliver result and write really detailed in code, because everything you did is meaning that you're creating value for the company. Deliver result is what they care about, so they will value you based on this and the potential that you work for them in the future. So there's two things that are important for this evaluation. Deliver result means you not only solve that problem, but also have really clean code that meet that standard. For example, you need to make this solution efficient enough that you don't waste anyone's time, you don't waste your mentor's time and stuff. So that's really important. And there's a lot of code review back and forth. Those are also the result, because you are using the human resource to check this solution for you. So after you make the solution, you also have to make sure you don't use a lot of time from the company, and you will have a really clean code and that cover all the edge cases. And number 8 is work on your own to get things done. So some of the time that I have, some roadblocks I have, is kind of hard because you start a problem and you take a long time to understand it, but you still don't know how to come up with a solution. But at the time, I would suggest don't go to your mentor right away, but usually your team will work with same project, some related similar project like yours, and they probably understand what you're doing, so you can come up with some silly solution or idea that you have to either improve your team's efficiency or come up with another feature. Tell them your idea, and you can collect some useful information from them first before you contact your mentor. And in the same time, the last thing that I want to mention is have a daily checkup with them, because during this remote internship, you probably disappear even though you're working, but you have to make sure you appear to them all the time and to show them you're doing something and helping the organization. To do that, I would say every time you have a feature, have a good communication, have an idea, and bring that idea up during the stand-up meeting every day. So to show them you're doing this, you're doing that, so they will know not only you're working hard, but you're creating something. Otherwise, they think you disappear for 1 week. That's not only look bad, but you will lose their trust somehow. So yeah, this is some of the things that I learned during this internship. If you tell me to do it one more time, I probably totally have this mistake clear out to be a better SDE. So no matter what you encounter, probably you have your own version of mistake or your version of like review for yourself. So it's also good to take a look at other people's mistake to move on, not only the successful story. So I think that's it for the video. Thank you so much.